This conference will now be recorded.
It doesn't sound like Mindy's voice at all.
I had a frog in my throat.
That's good. Mindy, I see Amy and Cindy, myself. I see Ron. Is Norm on yet?
I think he is. I see NDC.
Yeah, okay. That's him. Okay, well, I see, according to my watch, it's 9 o'clock straight up. So let's all start the meeting reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you could join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
United States of America,
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation under God,
under God,
individually under God, and justice for all. All right. We have the first thing we have on the agenda after the pledge is the approval of the minutes from November the 17th.
We'll need to do a roll call. We'll need to do a roll call for attendance.
Oh, please. Thank you, Mindy. Please proceed. Thank you.
Norm Childress. I don't think his audio's on.
Here, present.
Cindy Murray.
Here.
Ron Schreiner.
present.
Amy Moulton.
Here.
Quorum present.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Mindy, for that. Approval of the minutes. Chair, I entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the 17th.
So moved.
So
Murray.
moved.
Second, Murray.
Okay, moved by Schreiner, seconded by Murray. Questions or corrections on the minutes? All right, hearing no corrections, all those in favor say aye.
Oh, we'll have to
Aye.
do a roll call vote.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm
That's okay.
sorry. I'm not used to this. Yeah, roll call vote, please. Mindy?
Childress. Henriot.
Aye.
Murray.
Aye.
Schreiner.
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Minutes passed 4-0.
Okay, thank you. Next we have on the agenda, we have a bid opening RFQ guaranteed savings contract. How do we go about doing this?
I've got them here. And we had two contractors that applied, and one was Boeing Engineering out of Indianapolis, and the other one was MCOR Construction Services Midwest out of Indianapolis.
And we're taking these under advisement,
Correct.
just receiving the proposals or the RFQs.
Correct.
Is that correct, Cindy?
Yes.
So we need a motion to take those under advisement.
Yes.
So
Okay,
moved.
I'll entertain a motion to take those RFQs for the guaranteed savings contract under advisement.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Childress, second.
Oh, there's Norm.
Okay, so we have a motion, a second. Anybody have any questions regarding that? Hearing none, Mindy, sorry. Mindy?
Childress.
Yes.
Henriot.
Aye.
Murray.
Aye.
Schreiner.
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
RFQs under advisement 5-0.
Thank you very much. Moving on to new business, we have engineering. Jeremy, is this going to be you?
Yes. Yeah, good morning, Jeremy Brenner, City Engineer. This morning we have two items of business related to Fire Station number 5 HVAC improvement project. The first of these items is change order number 2, which is the final change order. It consists of contractor change orders 4 through 7, as well as 9. This change order is due to several scope changes that occurred during construction. And for example, a couple of those were reworking some water and gas lines that were encountered during installation of the ductwork, as well as addition of an electric heater in the sleeping quarters restroom. This change order is for $11,998.28. bringing the contract amount to $312,960.28 for a total of 6.1% in change orders. And we're requesting your approval of this change order.
Thank you, Jeremy. Chair will entertain a motion to approve change order number 2 and final change order. Thank God for this project. Sorry, just as an editorial comment, sorry about that. So anybody want to make a motion to approve this change order number 2?
So moved, Murray.
Murray moves. Is there a second?
Second, Childress.
Childress seconds. Thank you very much. We have a motion and a second. Questions on this change order? Jeremy, I assume contractor's change order number 8 was already approved. Is that correct?
I believe we didn't accept that as a change order.
Okay. So that explains the skipping of the contractor's change orders. All right. Any other questions? I'm sure everybody is relieved and happy. I hope the chief's happy with this remodel and or this new situation, and hope everything's copacetic for a while. We have a motion, a second. So Mindy, would you take roll call, please, for us?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Change order 2 passes 5-0.
Thank you. Jeremy?
Thank you. And the second item of business is the final completion for the Fire Station number 5 project. Substantial completion was reached back in October of 2019 when the station was reoccupied by our firefighters following the bulk of the construction. And since that time, the punch list was completed. The units have been balanced and adjusted during the winter of 2019-2020 and this past summer. All inspections have been completed satisfactorily, and we're recommending approval of the final payment and release of retainage.
Okay, so this was the final acceptance, correct? Final completion document?
Yes.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve this final completion for Fire Station number 5 HVAC improvement.
Childress.
So moved.
Childress moves. I hear Shriner second that.
Shriner, second. Yes. Thank you.
We have a motion and a second to approve this final completion document. Any questions regarding it before we vote? Hearing no questions, Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner, Moulton.
Aye.
Final completion passes 5-0.
Thanks, Mindy. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate that. I'm glad that's in the rearview mirror. Lafayette Housing Authority.
Good morning, Valerie Oakley, Project Manager with Lafayette Housing Authority. I'm here to request approval of an amendment to the agreement between the Lafayette Housing Consortium and Area 4 Development to extend the ending date for the H38 East Apartments project. This amendment will extend the completion date to December 31st, 2020. The project is complete, but it did go over time. They ran into construction delays with the rain from last fall and last spring, and then the pandemic slowed down processing the paperwork. So we have everything we need now. We're ready to release our final retainage and would request approval of the extension to December 31st, 2020.
Thanks, Valerie. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this extension to the end of the year, December 31st, 2020 on this project.
So moved, Murray.
Murray moves. Is there a second?
Second from Moulton.
Moved and seconded from Amy. All right. We have a motion and a second. Anybody have any questions for Valerie on this time extension? Hearing none. Mindy, go ahead, please.
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Amendment 1 passes 5-0.
Thank you. Thanks, Valerie. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Purchasing, Mr. Payne.
Good morning, Dave Payne, Purchasing Manager. The Lafayette Police Department has 10 firearms, handguns, 4 rifles, and 4 rifle scopes that they would ask you to declare surplus property so that they can be traded in on an upcoming purchase.
Thank you, Dave. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this declaration of surplus property for the fire department, for the police department.
Shriner, so moved.
Second.
Moulton, second.
Moved and seconded. Questions for Dave on this? Hearing none. Mindy?
Do those actually, just curious for Dave, do those get scrapped or resold, or what happens to old weapons?
In this case, they'll be probably resold because they're going back to a vendor that they're going to buy new weapons from.
Okay, thanks.
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Declaration of surplus passes 5-0.
Thanks, Mindy. Next, Dave.
I have a recommendation to renew a contract. Brightview Landscapes LLC has offered to extend the landscape maintenance contract at the same pricing of 2021 for the entire year of 2021. If I said that wrong, 2020 for 2021 in the amount of $255,543. And I would recommend your approval.
Thanks, Dave. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this contract renewal with Brightview Landscapes.
Childress moves.
Is there a second?
Murray seconds.
Thank you. Motion a second. Questions you have for Dave on this? Dave, has this been renewed once before at the same price? I can't remember. We've renewed a couple of these.
I believe we bid it out last year, so this is the first renewal of this contract.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have any further questions before we vote? Hearing none. Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Contract renewal passes 5-0.
Thank you, Mindy. Next, we have on the agenda Lafayette Renew. Brad?
Good morning, Brad Talley, Lafayette Renew. The first item we have for you is a letter of substantial completion for the wastewater treatment plant capacity increase improvements. The work was performed satisfactorily by Bowen Engineering, and the date of substantial completion was established as October 30th, 2020.
Thank you, Brad. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this letter of substantial completion for the wastewater treatment plant capacity increase improvements.
Shriner, so moved.
Shriner moved.
Childress second.
Moved and seconded. Questions for Brad on this?
Brad, give us a little review again of the increase in capacity that was created by this work.
Yeah, so once we establish the final completion date, which hopefully will be yet this year, we will change our capacity at the treatment plant from 26 million gallons per day and 52 million gallons per day, normal flow versus wet weather flow, to 33 MGD and 66. So a 27% increase in the capacity at the treatment plant with this work.
Thank you. I think that's amazing. Good work.
We will try to get that out. Once we get that final completion set out, we'll get that out on some media.
Great, thanks.
Brad, was that were those numbers you just cited, was that the projected outcome of this, so is the outcome, the result, the same as what they anticipated?
Yeah, this is a project that's gone on for a couple of years just to determine, how much capacity we could increase and what work was needed to obtain that. So we've gone through and we've stress tested the treatment plant and worked considerably with our engineers to determine, those capacities and worked with IDEM over the last couple of years to get their approval as well before we went in and started any of this capital improvements. So it is what we expected, and we're pretty happy to have that.
Okay, great. Thanks. Other questions on this before we vote on this substantial completion? All right, thank you. Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Substantial completion passes 5-0.
Thank you, Mindy. Appreciate that. Brad?
Yep. The next item is change order number 2 and the final change order with Atlas Excavating for the Service Area 21 Water and Sewer Extension Project. There were 5 work directives included in this change order, including a 6-inch water main to the lift station, additional granular backfill, and quantity adjustments. The change order for this project, the dollar amount for this change order is in the amount of $21,110.96, bringing the total contract amount to $4,666,081.16. Also includes a time extension of 66 days due to some utility constraints that we had with the gas company getting on site, and makes the new final completion date of November 19th, 2020.
Thanks, Brad. Let's get this on the table. If anybody has any questions. Chair will entertain a motion to approve change order number 2 and the final change order for this Service Area 21 Water and Sewer Extension Project.
So moved, Murray.
Is there a second?
Shriner, second.
Moved and seconded. Questions for Brad on this? No questions? So, Brad, once this is this work now being used? Is it being? I mean, is the new water and wastewater extension that we're using? Is it being used right now?
It is ready for use. This was an extension to a new service area so that we would be ready once the area at Schuyler 25 and 65 develops. So
Okay.
we are ready for that development at this point in time.
It could be turned on anytime then, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Any other questions? Hearing none, Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Change order 2 passes 5-0.
Thank you, Mindy. And Brad, your last item.
Last item, change order number 1 and final change order with Atlas Excavating for the South 30th Street Drainage Improvement Project. The cost associated with this is an addition of $64,591.41, bringing the total contract amount to $1,495,215.41. Also includes a time extension of 19 days to the substantial and final completion dates, making the new dates of October 9th and November 8th, respectively. This is a quantity adjustment, and then we added some signage during construction. We also added some asphalt work and then a ditch restoration that was not in the original design, and that makes up the extent of this change order.
Thanks, Brad. Chair, entertain a motion to approve this change order number 1 and final change order for the South 30th Street Drainage Improvement Project.
Childress,
Childress moves. Is there a second?
Shriner, second.
Moved and seconded. Questions for Brad on this?
Brad, I just wondered to remind me, when did this start? When did this project begin, that South 30th?
This spring,
Oh, okay.
but it's
All
an
right.
area.
Thank you.
It's an
Yeah.
area that's had drainage issues forever. It's just been a low area that created issues with some of the local businesses through there. And so we were able
Yeah.
to address those.
So is it connected, was it connected in any way to the other projects in recent couple, 3 years, 4 or 5 years ago? Is it connected in any way to that, or was it this just independent of other work that you've done in that area of town?
This has been independent. It was identified under the original stormwater rate ordinance back in 2009. And so it's an area that we've known that we needed to do some work with. But we started with residential areas first, and now we've worked our way through most of that ordinance work that was identified.
Thank you.
Hey, Brad, I'll ask the same question I asked before. Is this being used right now? Is it being utilized?
It is. So this is purely stormwater, or
Right.
mostly stormwater. There was a little bit of other utilities involved, but so during the most recent rains, we've had a couple of decent rains, and it's operated very well. We've been happy with the drainage out there with the rains that we've had this fall.
Great. That was going to be my question. We had a good rain a few days ago, and I wonder
Yep.
how it helped. That's good.
Yeah, it seems to be working pretty good.
Great. We have a motion, a second. Any other comments or questions on this project or this motion? If not, Mindy, please.
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Aye.
Change order 1 passes 5-0.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate your efforts. All that good progress. That's great. Tim, next.
Good morning, everyone. Tim Clary, Controller. The Controller's Office has reviewed the claims in the amount of $9,992,294.49. We ask for your approval.
Thanks, Tim. Chair, entertain a motion to approve the claims as presented by Tim.
So moved, Murray.
Second.
Shriner, second.
Moved and seconded. Questions on claims?
I have a question that spans page Big 19 and Big 25. There are 2 invoices to Dan Kaiser for architectural services. On 19, it lists the dates of 9/20 through 10/20. And on Big 25, it looks like a couple of projects, but it says services from July through October. So I'm wondering what the difference between those 2 invoices is.
Those are separate historical services that he does when John Collier brings a resolution to the Board of Works. That's typically the 60-day waive on the demolition of those structures. Dan provides services for those types of buildings and other services as well.
So that's 3 separate invoices, essentially. 2 of them bundled on Big 25 and then a singular one on Big 19.
That's correct, Norm.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Tim, on that, I don't we pay Dan a retainer that's, or do we just pay him by the work, the project's work that he does?
By the work he does. He charges a very reasonable rate for his services.
Sure.
And yeah, there's no retainer involved with the work that he does for us.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Other questions?
On Big 25 as well, there is principal and interest due on fire equipment lease. It says, is that a purchase or are we leasing something?
That is a lease to own. We have a lease through the U.S. Bank Corp for the breathing apparatus equipment. It has a 10-year life, and we, in 2016, leased it over a 5-year period. So this is the next to last year of payoff. So we'll have it completely paid off in 21 and should have 5 more years of useful life on that breathing apparatus equipment.
All right, thank you. Then again, there's a similar invoice on Big 23. It is the toters, equipment lease principal and interest due. I assume that that is a payment on purchase again?
Yes, it's a very similar type of financing arrangement, Norm. This one, however, it's a 10-year lease rather than a 5-year lease on the previous question, and we'll have this paid off in 2025.
Okay. Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
No other questions, Norm?
I have no other.
I have a really silly question. On Big 15, we bought some coloring books. Tell me about those. I didn't get one.
I'm still looking for mine as well. That's the fire prevention program that LFD has every year, and they purchase about that number of coloring books for fire safety programs for our youth in the community.
I thought that was it, but I just wanted to ask.
Sure.
Anybody else have any other questions? Any serious questions? All right, I haven't heard any more. So we have a motion, a second to approve the claims. Mindy, would you take the roll call, please?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Schreiner,
Aye.
Moulton.
Abstain.
Okay.
Okay, we have, good, thank you, Amy.
Claims passed 4-0 with 1 abstention.
Thanks,
Thank
Mindy.
you.
We have, the last on the agenda, we have a miscellaneous item, Picnic with Santa from Bistro 501. And that is in our packet for review. Let's get this on the table, see if anybody has any questions. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the special event request on December the 12th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Is there a
So moved,
motion?
Murray.
Murray moves. There's a second.
Second, Moulton.
Moved to second by Amy. Okay, anybody have any questions or concerns about this request for this event with Santa Claus? Picnic with Santa.
Gary, Teresa's on the call with us if she wants to kind of talk about it at all.
Great, Teresa, you want to say anything about it?
Yeah, good morning. Well, yeah, we've done this for the last couple of years, but we're trying to find a way to do it safely during our pandemic. So we moved it, hopefully moving it outside with heaters and reservations and all the safety protocols that we typically use inside the restaurant, but with open air. And obviously no buffet with little kids. So they'll have all their meals encased in a box, picked up, seated outside at tables, and then we'll probably, if it's not too cold, get through about an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of groups of 30 at a time. And this is the space that we use for our open air eats. So thank you to anyone involved with that. It's on the panel today. So it should be plenty of space to keep everybody at least 6 feet apart, if not more. And we'll still be requiring pre-reservation screenings where we ask the guests to, if you have a temperature or sniffles, please cancel with no penalty. And I guess that's about it. Santa is excited. He said he's missing his events this year, so he'll be masked up with a face shield, and there will be an option to sit next to him for less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes if we have any squirmy little ones.
Okay, great. Thanks, Teresa. Good luck on this. Anybody have any questions for Teresa? Okay.
Thank you for doing it.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're trying to maintain some normalcy for the families. It's been a tough year, but I think that Santa's looking forward to seeing everyone too.
I was going to say the same thing. Santa's probably getting lonely.
Yeah.
No, never mind. I could go a lot of different ways with that. I'm not gonna.
I'm glad this was the last item.
Oh my God. I just went
Where
off the
did
deep
you,
end. All
where
right.
did you lose control of this, Gary?
We have a motion, a second to approve this special event request for Bistro 501. Mindy?
Childress,
Aye.
Henriette,
Aye.
Murray,
Aye.
Shriner,
Aye.
Moulton,
Aye.
special event for Picnic with Santa passes 5-0.
Great, thanks, Teresa. Good luck with that. Hope it goes well.
Hey,
Mayor,
thank
it's
you
good to
all.
see
Have a
you.
good night.
How you feeling, Tony?
Good, Gary. Thank you. Appreciate it. Just wanted to say a quick thank you to Cindy and all the department heads. For while I was gone, we are a well-oiled machine, and we did not miss a beat getting things done. And so I certainly appreciate everybody stepping up. And a special thanks to Gary, you said it, and Norm asked some questions, to Brad Talley today. Those two projects on there, one of those things that people just won't realize, but adding 27% to the capacity of the wastewater treatment facility that's already state of the art allows us, when it comes to economic development, to allow us to continue and grow. We don't have to tell the next factory, we can't handle your waste, call us back in 2 years, which we'll lose the project. We can tell people, yes, we can handle it. Yes, we can handle it. Yes, we have the capacity. And so adding that capacity at the wastewater treatment plant, I know we use some technology from Europe on the screening system that we use now, is a really big deal. And then service area 21, I served on the Hoosier Heartland committee, 16, 17 years ago, as we were working to get the Hoosier Heartland built here in the community. And several years ago, the city bought 13 acres out at the old Eretz Airport for a potential well field and a rapid treatment plant. So this step here of getting these service lines, you remember we had to go under the Wildcat Creek, which is the ordeal with lines to get us out to where we needed to be. And as we continue, the long-term goal is to be able to service up the Hoosier Heartland corridor and also create redundancy back into the city of Lafayette. The city of Lafayette and Tippecanoe County have a joint TIF district in that area called the Hoosier Heartland Corridor TIF, where we're starting to gather that increment to allow have the money for the infrastructure to continue those projects. We'll open up that Heartland area to continued development. So we're in great shape. We can't go west any farther because of the river, but Brad and his team going to the east, going to the south, going to the north to ensure the potential for future growth in our community. These are two really, really long-term projects, and just wanted to send a special congratulations to him and his team. And Teresa, thank you for what you're doing with Santa Claus. Every little bit is important, and with eating out downtown, tried to help, but the weather's passed for that. So these little things are really important. So thank you for your extra effort in getting that done again this year.
I was happy to do it.
Before
That's all I have, Gary. Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. This is a tough time for everybody. And so does anybody have anything they want to report for the good of the whole, or just to inform the rest of us what's going on? Anybody have anything? Cindy, anything you want to add to any of that?
Yeah, we have, don't forget the Santa Express on Sunday from like noon to whenever we get done. And there's a map on our website, and we're going to try to hit a lot of the elementary schools and go through the parking lots to try to maintain safe distances. And we're asking that people stay in their cars or just stand near their cars. And Santa will do as usual, ho, 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 and Merry Christmas. And hopefully the kids will be able to get a little bit of Santa along with Teresa and her event. So so that'll be this Sunday. So keep your eye out for a couple police cars and a fire truck and Santa.
Great, thank you. Claudine, any updates from you?
Oh, we have lots of updates over here. I'm not sure specifically what project you're interested in, but if you just take a drive by, there's a lot of activity going on at the stadium. We've got the turf in. They continue to work on Memorial Island. They're installing the seawall as we speak. And there's a lot of progress being made on the carousel project. They've been installing the roof compartments.
Yeah, it looks good. My dog and I both like it.
I do see your dog on a regular basis.
I know you do. That's her favorite place to go. Chief Lanley, anything new with the police?
Well, we just had a little incident yesterday with the water main break. I just want to thank Waterworks and everybody for coming out and helping. We had a little bit of water in the basement, but quick actions. I think we've averted catastrophe down there, and we didn't miss a beat in operation, so that's good. But other than that, we're really working with all of our COVID restrictions in place and doing our best just to try to stay healthy so we can keep our police officers out there handling calls. Things have been steady all year long, so it's been an interesting year. We're ready for 2021.
Yeah, we all are. Mayor, have you rescheduled the event that had to be canceled on the new public safety building?
Yes, yes, it's December the 16th at 6:00 p.m.
Okay. December 16th at 6. Is that going to be virtual? Is it going to be live, or how are we going to do that?
Two options. There'll be a virtual option, and there'll be an option for people that want to come to the Long Center, unless something dramatically changes between now and then, where we can keep them, more than 6 feet apart out there, but we're only going to allow a small number of people in there if there are some people that want to come to see it live, but there'll be a live and virtual option both.
Thanks, Mayor. Chief Doyle, how you doing?
We're doing good. We're hanging in there, trying to keep our staff, all the stations full with people. Obviously, through this COVID emergency, it's been a struggle, but we've locked down all the stations, the training center again after this most recent increase, and but we're getting everything done.
Good. I know the congregate housing is a problem everywhere, so that's an issue for you guys. Anybody else have anything before you? I've gone over a little bit, but I need to see people. I need to talk to people. This is all about me, so it's good to see everybody. It's good to see everybody. Anybody else have any announcements?
Gary, I have a procedural question to pose that was provoked by the Bistro 501. Procedurally, do we have a health assessment made on events that invite the public to congregate?
And your question is, do we know if that's leading to any other spread? Is that what you're asking about?
Well, there's oversight for these events in ways of matriculation and safety. I wonder if there is a health component that is involved in that. When somebody proposes a group of people get together, does someone take a look at that and go, well, here's the risk management for this particular event for spread of COVID?
Well, Norm, that's covered within the governor's order on the number of people that you can have in the size. And then, of course, here in Tippecanoe County, we're even more restrictive than the governor's order because it went over the 10.0 positivity rate for a 7-day window. So there are sizes that's all in place through the health department. Then if you want to go a little bit bigger than that, the health department has to approve your plan.
Good. That answers my question. Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, that is the plan. So anybody else have any other questions before we adjourn? Okay, thanks. If not, everybody be safe and stay well.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. Thank you, everybody.